Hey everyone, Chris here. So, a lot of people have been asking me, Christopher, how were you able to get your dream offer in aviation if you did not go to any target related school? And that's an excellent question that I think I've gotten from at least 500 people, no exaggeration. And I would have to say, the way I did it was through this website, LinkedIn, and a little bit of persistence. So in 2017, I knew that I wanted to go for aviation and Boeing. And the college that I went to was in New York City, and it was known for jobs primarily in the financial services industry. So, your typical investment banks and your big four accounting firms were where most of my classmates went to right after college. I knew that I wanted to go into Boeing because I was really passionate about flying and making a difference in the aerospace industry. And I was passionate about flying and Boeing ever since 2014, and I wanted to make my dream come true. So, what I first did was this: I wanted to see what I could find when I typed in Boeing in LinkedIn search bar. Right now, you can insert whatever dream company you want to in here, whether that is Google, Tesla, Facebook, Amazon, you name it, you know, everything is here for you, right? So as you could see, at the very top, you have people, jobs, post, group, companies, etc., right? So you're able to see the people that are at Boeing. So about 395,000 results pop up. In reality, Boeing has 160,000 employees. You are able to, if I were to press the back button, you are able to see other things such as post. So you're able to see which person actively, included Boeing in their post or their article. So, like, for example, there's a post from Lisa that says, check out this new opportunity from 2 weeks ago. And if you keep on scrolling down and down, you would be able to see all the news in regards to things related to Boeing, and you would be able to search them by date, see who it's posted by, things of that nature. And afterwards, you're also able to look at events, schools, whatever have you. So for in this instance, let's actually go to people, right? So how I started was this: I knew that I was studying finance at Baruch College, and I wanted to make sure that I connected with every single person I could, whether these were individuals such as the CEO of Boeing Global Services, Ted. I actually connected with him back in 2017, to a senior university recruiter, Daniel. I honestly did not care who I connected with. A lot of people tend to say, oh my gosh, I'm so afraid of connecting with this person or that person or the third person. Trust me when I say this: as long as you are kind, respectful, and you are genuine when it comes to reaching out, people do appreciate you taking that initiative. It showcases a lot about you, right? So these are a list of people, right? And after that, there are pages and pages of pages of people. For some reason, Mozilla is acting weird right now. But yes. But let's say in this case, right? I decided to connect with a good mentor of mine by the name of Justin. So if I were to send him message, I would send them, actually, let's go to a new person. So if I were to type in Boeing in people, and there's a lot of people that I'm connected with, but most likely I'm not going to be connected with engineers at Boeing. So if you want to look at my prior video as to how I connect with people specifically on LinkedIn, feel free to look at my past video, which is on my channel. I'm just going to skim through this right now because I went through it in my previous video. So I'm just going to put Boeing here. Show results. Okay, so good. There are new individuals that I haven't connected with. Alex Flores, he went to Stony Brook in New York. I'm from New York as well. And if we were to connect with him, you know, as I said, remember to add personalized invitations with your connection requests. You don't have to pay LinkedIn and have LinkedIn Premium. You're able to try it for a month if you want for free, but you're always able to connect with someone and add a personable note. And you're able to add a 300 character personable note. So I will just add something, right? And this is what I say. I say, hi, Alex. My name is Chris. Now, this message was actually a message from, I would have to say, close to 3 years ago when I started to reach out to people at Boeing because I was very passionate about aviation and I was eager to learn more. And take the time to look at my message, right? My message does not specifically ask anyone for a job. It does not ask anyone for any form of weird favors. I'm not asking for a referral. I'm not asking to take a close look at my resume. I'm not asking for any of that. Instead, I'm genuinely passionate and interested in learning more about what a person does, right? So this is the message, right? And in this case, because this person is an engineer, you would change things accordingly, right? But yes, you can say, hi, Alex, my name is Chris. I'm a junior at Baruch College, majoring in finance and minoring in math. I have a huge passion for aviation and Boeing and have many questions about it. I would love to learn more about what you do. If you have the time, I would love to hear your intelligent expertise, right? Bam. You send that message and you connect with individuals. Not everyone is going to respond to you. Not everyone is going to accept your connection requests. But those who do, you would be able to kind of spark much more of an interesting conversation with them because you're able to learn more about their experiences, more about how they were able to get into the company that you want to get into. And from that moment forward, you're able to introduce yourself and, you know, spark a meaningful, interactive conversation, which could lead into something, you know, more pronounced, like down the lines, right? So let's take a look at another example, right? Let's say if you want to become an investment banker. Or in this case, I will just put investment banking analyst, right? Once again, I'll put it under people. And let's say you want to go down the generic route of course, working at Goldman Sachs. And let's say you went to Baruch College, just like me. And actually, no. There is another place where I could put school. Yes. Let's say you put Baruch, right? And after it shows up, show results. So there are 53 people that currently works in investment banking that go to Baruch. I honestly thought it was a lot more. But yeah. Right? And after, based on that, you're able to connect with that person, right? So let's look at Dipti. You're able to connect, and you're able to change your message. You're able to say something along the lines of, "Hi Dipti, my name is Chris. I'm a junior at Baruch College, majoring in finance and minoring in math. I have a huge passion for IB and Goldman Sachs and have many questions about it. I would love to learn more about what you do. If you have time, I would love to hear your intelligent expertise." So this is what you're able to do, and you're able to connect with a lot of individuals. Now, let's say going back, right? You ask yourself, how many people should I connect with? Or who should I connect with? That's an excellent question, right? So I would have to say, when it comes to connecting with people, there is definitely a lot of persistence and passion that goes behind it, right? You want to narrow down your searches as much as you can. So, like, for example, if you want to look into Boeing, right? Boeing is a pretty big company. If you're interested in aviation, you may want to ask yourself, what do you want to do? Do you want to do human resources at Boeing? Do you want to do aerospace engineering or electrical engineering? Do you want to be a financial analyst? Do you want to work in procurement? So having that knowledge will help you tremendously. Because, for example, if I were to type in right now, procurement, right? And if I were to filter it, sorry, this could act a little strange sometimes. Once you click in and out of it, it helps sometimes. But let's say, let me just refresh the page. Let's say if you're looking into procurement, right? And you are looking at Boeing, and you want to maybe look at a location in Washington State. So we'll just leave it at Washington, United States. And you press show results. 3,200 people work in procurement at Boeing in the Washington State area. Of course, naturally, a good amount of them work in Seattle itself, right? Because Boeing does have a big presence in Everett, Washington, and Seattle, Washington, right? But knowing who to connect with, and after that, sending them those customizable connection requests can help you immensely in your journey when it comes to reaching out to individuals. Now, for me personally, back in 2017, when I was reaching out to people, I reached out to about 550 individuals out of the span of 2 months itself. And I did this, of course, while dealing with classes full time and dealing with recruiting for other companies as well. But I knew that Boeing was my dream. It was my passion. It was my number one choice. And I was fortunate enough to have gotten it, right? But also at the same time, you need to ask yourself, am I connecting with enough people? And am I being mindful with my search, right? So most of the time, a lot of individuals may connect with recruiters. Although it is good to connect with recruiters, I would personally suggest to not connect with them as much, just because they're getting a lot of requests itself, and they are the ones that are mainly seeking talent. And usually if you're reaching out to a recruiter, they may not necessarily know if you're the right fit or not. An individual that may be able to help you a lot more is perhaps an analyst or someone that is, entry level in that role, maybe has been working at that role for 1 to 3 years right out of college, or a manager. So, like, for example, this person, Dan, most probably is a hiring manager. And if I were to look at his profile, it would make sense because he started off as an intern. He then went up to being a procurement agent. He was doing that for 3 years. Then he was a procurement agent again in sourcing for a little over 2.5 years, and he was promoted to manager, right? And he leads a team. So he is most definitely a hiring manager, right? So these are the individuals that you want to reach out to. With that being said, I hope that is of help to you. Remember to keep on reaching out to people, to connect with others, and to really branch out. This is how I was able to get into Boeing itself. There was no recruiter that came to my school. I did not have any connections. My dad was not the vice president at Boeing. I did not know of anyone who worked at Boeing when I started to reach out to people. And none of my friends in the New York City area were into aviation itself. And to be very honest with you, none of my friends are into aviation. Well, actually, scratch that. I would say a few friends of mine are into aviation. But when I applied originally, there weren't that many. So with that being said, I feel like this is a great way to put yourself out there, to connect with individuals. And it also shows you, the power of grit and resilience, and the power of trying over and over and over again, and the power of creating your own path. If you want to make your dreams come true, never ever hesitate. And with that being said, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave it down in the comment section below. Feel free to, include some tips or personal advice as to how I can improve these videos for you guys. I'm starting new on YouTube on this journey, and I'm looking forward to helping as many of you guys as possible. And with that being said, have a great day and stay safe. Be well.